You know, it's not every day you get to report on good news out here on the internet. Normally, it's bad news that happens and bad news that gets clicks. But I'm really happy to say that I have some good news to report because Nik Nocturnal, one of the biggest music influencers on YouTube and Twitch.com, Twitch.tv, yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, he's back. Around 6 months ago, Nik Nocturnal, a YouTuber that has over 1.2 million subscribers, stepped back from the internet because his mental health wasn't right. I think he made a very healthy decision, and over the last couple days, he slowly drip-fed his return, and now it's officially happening. He's back, making videos, doing streams, talking about music, and making fun metal things, or whatever it is he does on his channel. So you know who I am. I'm Dan Frampton. This is Punk News Now. Likes and subs, let's go. So if you're not familiar with Nik Nocturnal, this is him right here. And this is the video actually titled, I Need to Figure Out My Life, that he dropped, when was it actually? May 21st, 2025. And in this video, he expressed a lot of things. He wasn't doing well. He said that he was burnt out. He can't keep doing things the way that he's doing. He didn't know what was going to happen going forward. It was all very much up in the air for Nik Nocturnal at this time. And since I covered him leaving the internet, I might as well cover him coming back to the internet because he's coming back in glorious fashion. 23 minutes ago, as of recording this video, he uploaded a video called It's Time. In it, he announced his comeback, but 3 days ago, he dropped a music video under his new project name, Nocturnal. I saw this reported all across everywhere and was like, oh, Nik Nocturnal's back doing music. I was going to talk about it eventually, but the fact that he actually came back to his job of being an online person made me put a little bit of urgency behind this matter. So I'll give you a little taste of his song Collapse. There's a little bit of electronica, a little bit of screaming, bunch of guitar. So it's good to see him out there being creative, collaborating with people, getting outside, doing all sorts of things that are good for him mentally and that are positive for his life. And more importantly than all of that, the way that he's expressing it to his audience, I think the reason why he grew so much. He just comes across as so genuine and authentic, and I know those feel like buzzwords when you're on the internet and just talking about people or whatever, and a lot of the time those words lose their meaning, but I mean them with my full chest when I talk about Nik Nocturnal. Without any further ado, Collapse, under his band name Nocturnal, with a V in the middle instead of a U. Pretty heavy stuff, you know, pretty good. What do we got here? Electronic with some screaming, and it's good to see his Core Kid merchandise still going strong here. And I was thinking to myself, back when I saw this 3 days ago, I was like, I'm kind of hopeful for a full-on Nik Nocturnal return, even though I wasn't sure it was going to happen, because I saw the Core Kid merchandise, and I was like, well, if he's embracing the Core Kid branding of his old persona on the internet, maybe there's no like trauma there anymore. Maybe he feels safe enough to come back. And then here we are today, 26 minutes ago from recording this video, he uploaded a video called It's Time. In it, he expressed that it is in fact time. We're not gonna react to it. I'm not gonna take his content over here. I do 100% recommend that you go over and watch this fun metal thing that he's doing over here. He's got a much better set than he's ever had. He's got a much better set than he's ever had. It looks like he has a much better setup in general than he's ever had. He looks great. He looks healthy. The dark bags under his eyes are still there, but they're not like as dark and they're not as big. Man, before, Nik Nocturnal looked like he was punched in the face every morning 26 times before he was allowed to even brush his teeth. Now, he doesn't look that way. He looks well rested. He looks like he has nice balance out there in his life, and I'm so happy to see it. This is very positive. And the biggest takeaway from this video that I got from him is like, yeah, he's back. He's going to do it better and in a more strategic way this time, because what he was doing before was just like a song would come out, he would react to it. A record would come out, there would be that expectation that he would talk about it. And yeah, it is wonderful, it is beautiful, it is the best job in the world. And yeah, I can attest to that. It very much is the best job in the world. But when it's fucking with you, it's fucking with you. And he knew it was, so he stepped away from it. But what I like so much about Nik Nocturnal and the newfound respect that I'm gaining for him is he didn't just like say that as a platitude. I'm gonna try better to make this a healthier thing for me and just leave it at that. He laid out what it is he needs to do and how he's gonna do it, because he's developed, like he says in this video, you should go watch it, a really nice, healthy lifestyle. He's going out there with his partner, he's collaborating with people, he's making music, he's feeding squirrels for the love of Christ. This guy is out there just living a life, and he's realizing, oh my God, I'm a person first, and I should be living my lifestyle, my authentic lifestyle, genuinely, and he's doing that, and he found a way to do that. So using those as tent poles or roots or whatever metaphor or analogy that'll work for your brain, he's saying he's going to use that and now do the fundamental things around a healthy lifestyle. And my God, I locked in Nik Nocturnal. There is no ceiling for a guy like that. There just isn't. Him and I share completely different tastes in music, and that's what I find so wonderful and diverse about rock and roll music. Even within just that genre, rock and roll, there is so much diversity in there. I don't like anything that this guy likes, and he makes fun of everything that I like, and I think that that's amazing. I don't take any of that stuff personally, and none of that is anything to write home about anyway. That's just the nature of enjoying music or enjoying art. Art resonates with people because of their experience, and their interpretation is 100% personal and unique to them. So having him back, 1.28 million subscribers, it's great to see. And not only is it great to see from like a, oh, it's so great to see you back, Nik Nocturnal sort of perspective, it's a great precedent to set because all these people coming up, there are a lot of YouTubers, a lot of creators. I think Nik Nocturnal is a great guy to like look up to or model yourself after and be like, oh, this is how he did it, or this is how he learned, this is how he applied his knowledge to things. There's a lot to get from the way that Nik Nocturnal does his stuff. Down here in the comments, man, his audience is so stoked to see him back. The prodigal son came back. He has returned. It's for sure. I said, welcome back, compadre. Jack over here said, I clicked this with the speed of light. Nik Returnal. That doesn't make any sense, but I love it. So do you watch Nik Nocturnal content? Have you ever been a fan of his? I didn't really get into his stuff until like last year, and we were covering a lot of the same stuff, you know? Another reason why I think this is great and why I saved this to the end is because it isn't really about this next thing that I'm mentioning. This is just a byproduct of it. But Nik Nocturnal, being a music creator, coming back to the platform with his 1.28 million subscribers and bringing all of the eyeballs that he has with him, well then those eyeballs are now looking at the recommended tab on the side, and if you're covering similar things and making similar content for other creators out there, it's just a healthier ecosystem. And having a guy like Nik Nocturnal and an audience like Nik Nocturnal's on here, very wholesome, engaged, happy type audience, that is the kind of people that you want seeing your content in the recommended, you know? And now that I've like pulled the reins back on all my crazy trolling that I was doing, and I think rolling with this style content that I've been doing over the last year and a bit or whatever, I'm actually pretty excited for the future of music YouTube. And also I'd like to mention the last 2 months, there was a Kulia drought. This guy also makes great music content, well-researched, well-edited, almost documentary style type videos on his main channel. And then he has a more casual conversational second channel, and it's great to see him coming back and kind of firing away a little bit at it too. So going into 2026, I might be going in this with big doe eyes and being overly optimistic and overly hopeful because I'm just reading too much Superman or whatever. But I'm thinking that this is going to be a great place for creators. This is going to be a great place for the viewers. And finally, I will admit I was a part of the problem before. So was other people. And now I think there is a healthier approach in the whole music space. A genuine, authentic, fun music space where everyone is welcome. And even though my messaging was of that always, and I was always making fun of people through satire, people oftentimes thought that I was the character that I was portraying, which ended up kind of biting me in the ass on YouTube. You know, that kind of stuff works really well at a comedy club, works really well when you're working in like a satirical kind of environment. But when you're just making titles and thumbnails and then going crazy on a topical subject on the internet, people don't really have that context of being like, is this guy for real? So anyway, that's a little bit of a tangent, but I'm just saying that with Nik Nocturnal coming back, people's approaches tightening up and everyone locking in, I'm actually really stoked for 2026 and music YouTube because 2025 was brutal. And I'm really hoping that 2025 was just a transition period, you know? Because 2023 and 2024 particularly were great. 2025 was dog shit. It was absolutely the worst year that I've experienced on YouTube. But 2026, Nik Nocturnal, Kulia, Dan Frampton, all going strong. You guys will be feasting. You got Kulia for the big well-written video essays, Nik Nocturnal for the reactions and the live streams, And old Dan Frampton over here is going to be breaking the scoops. I'm the newsman of the group, okay? Even though there is no group. They all hate me. Okay, goodbye.